Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how you can tone your blonde hair without using harsh chemicals and especially without using ammonia. Recently, I decided I wanted to darken up my roots a little bit. I wanted sort of a balayage effect, so I went in with some dark blonde or brown, and I sort of faded my roots or smudged my roots shadows in. But in doing that, it's kind of washed out the blonde color in my hair and darkened that a bit more than I wanted it. So I needed to go back in and lighten the rest of my hair for the full balayage effect because I wanted it to be lighter down here and have a darker shadow at the roots. So I went in and lightened my ends and did some highlights up towards the top to fade into the darker roots. But of course, in doing that, it brought out more of the brassy tones of my hair, or sort of a yellow color, which is totally normal when you lighten your hair. However, I really don't like using ammonia in my hair because number one, it's harsh on your hair, but also it's really bad to breathe. The times when I've used it, it has really burned my throat and like my lungs, and they literally hurt for like a week on end. So if that is you and you're really sensitive to the harsh chemicals and you want to avoid them, then I have got the video for you. So what I like to use to tone my hair is actually a hair dye, and it's one of the Wella Demi permanent hair dyes, and this is what the packaging looks like. Now, depending on the lightness of your hair, you'll want to choose the color that's right for you. I ended up using the lightest color because when I lightened my hair, it was probably close to a level 9 and even close. Some of the highlights were even a level 10. So you want to go with the lightest part of your hair and choose the toner or hair dye based on the lightest part of your hair. So I went ahead with the 10NA, and make sure if you do this, make sure you are positive that it is the Demi permanent dye. You don't want to be using the permanent hair dye because that does have ammonia in it. So I chose the Demi permanent because it lasts up to like 12 or so washes. I think it's something like 12 to 26 washes. But I just love that it doesn't have as many harsh chemicals, and it's not going to lift your hair or really mess with your roots or anything like that at all. It's simply putting color over your hair. It's just coating your hair, and it's not actually doing any damage to your hair. So it's just coating what you already have, and it's sort of camouflaging or hiding any brassy yellow or red tones that you don't like in your hair, and just really tones it down and gives it a more ashy look. So if you are wanting to go for a more ashy look, make sure you choose the one with the blue here, and that's what I chose. If you like to have more of the gold tones, the warm tones, then choose the one, I think it has either yellow or red. Either one of those would work for you. But the purpose of this video is talking about how to remove some of those brassy or yellow tones. So you'll want to choose the blue or cool tone for that. If your hair is darker than mine, you will want to choose a darker than 10 level. You may want to choose like a 9 or an 8 or a 5, depending how dark your hair is, because by choosing a 10 and your level is actually like a 7, it's really not going to have much effect on it. You need to be at the level or a little bit darker in order for this to have much of an effect at all on your hair. All right, well, let's not talk any further. I'm going to go ahead and jump into the video. I'm going to show you what my hair looked like right after I lightened up the ends and the highlights, so you can see sort of yellow brassy tone that it was, and then I will show you the whole process of dyeing my hair or toning my hair, and then I'll show you what it looks like after. So this is a little bit of a before, and I don't know if you can really tell here, but it actually had quite a bit of yellow and brassy tones in it after lightening it again. And I'm going to show you a picture because you really just can't tell from this clip. So as you can see, the ends looked pretty yellowish. These are the products I'll be using, as I mentioned before. They're by Wella, the Demi permanent hair dye, and I'm using the 10NA. These are each 2-ounce tubes, and I take almost 2 for my hair. And then this is the activating lotion. Make sure you get the activating lotion to use with the Wella Demi permanent. and not the actual developer, you must use the activating lotion with the Demi Permanent, and it's a lot less damaging to your hair. So the first thing I do is brush through all of my hair so there aren't any tangles. And then I'm dividing my hair into 2 sections because I have a lot. As you can tell, I've got the darker roots just like I wanted because I wanted that balayage effect, and now I just need to tone the ends. So here I'm using a little bottle that I got from Sally's. It holds up to 8 ounces, so I will need to mix it in 2 parts since I am using 2 boxes of hair dye. If you have shorter or thinner hair, you probably won't need this much. The activating lotion I bought is almost 8 ounces, so that'll work for the 2 tubes of hair dye because it is 1 part hair dye with 2 parts activating lotion. So you just puncture the tube with the top of the lid. I'm adding the Demi Permanent hair dye to the activating lotion in my little bottle, and then I'm going to just shake it up until it is very well mixed and combined together. So now I'm just taking sections of my hair and just start applying the color to it. And I pay special attention to the ends and the midsections. And the nice thing about using this without having ammonia, it's not going to light my roots, and it's going to just tone down the lightest parts of my hair. And just repeat until all of my hair is fully saturated in the hair color. And I'm going to just speed up the rest of this because I feel like it would be kind of boring.
When a storm is coming, I see their faces and hear their laughter, but the taste is bitter. I close my windows and wait until the world has settled down. We were given this life, born to grow old, and someone had to say, you better find the gold. Lost in all the noise, chasing fake dreams that I met you, met you, met you. I wanted to find a place in the sun. Now I'm gonna let it shine on me. With you on my mind, I lay down my guns. I'm just gonna let it shine on me. It's true, yes, we keep making the same old mistakes over and over again. I can't tell you how much I wanna see the last king fall. We are one, you and I. That's what you said, not a mere vibration stuck in my head. The storms keep coming, but it all became clear when I met you, met you, met you. I wanted to find a place in the sun. Now I'm gonna let it shine on me. With you on my mind, I lay down my guns. I'm just gonna let it shine on me. I was blown to pieces for the better. Your love was there, and so was all the glimmer. But that could never give me something in return. But if truth be told, that's why we live
And as you can tell here, I'm making my second batch because my little bottle couldn't hold it all, so I went ahead and made it in 2 batches. So I'm going ahead and emptying the rest of the contents of the lotion activator and then the second tube of my dye. And like I said, I really like using the Demi permanent hair color instead of the toners that you can buy in the store because it's just a lot less harsh on my hair, I find, because the Demi permanent hair dyes don't use ammonia, at least most of them don't, and I know the Wella one doesn't. So I just love that it just coats the strands, tones down the brassiness, and leaves just enough warmth in my hair to my liking.
Just us, said we wouldn't be like all the others, fight and hurt each other. Not us, not us. But we let each other down, 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 down. Yeah, we let each other down, 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 down. But we let each other down, 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 down. Yeah, we let each other down, 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 down. This shouldn't be us. Why can't it be us when we become them? We weren't supposed to break up.
So as you can see, it's pretty saturated, and I probably could have gotten away with 1 bottle, but I'm glad I went ahead and used the 2. And I went in and then just really saturated it even more with the leftovers.
All of the others, just us. Said we wouldn't let things come between us. Let love rule, not be us, not us.
And like I said, pay special attention to the ends. You don't want it to be dripping, but you want it to be fully saturated. Once you finish this, you want to let it sit in your hair for 20 minutes. So I just set my timer for 20 minutes, and then I'll show you what it looks like after 20 minutes. So 20 minutes later, you can't see a huge difference. So I'm going to go ahead and wash it out, shampooing and conditioning as usual. And I use a deep conditioner to really help moisturize my hair. And then I'm going to go ahead and dry it and style it, and I'll show you what it looks like. So this is the end result, and I will put a before and after picture up too so you can really see a side-by-side comparison. I really love this color. I think it's just enough ash but not too much ash, and my warm tones do still show through a little bit, which I love because I do love a bit of gold undertones, and that is what's natural to my hair, to have those golder undertones. So as you can see, it has a really nice fade from dark to light, and that is exactly what I was going for. So I hope this was helpful to you if you like to avoid ammonia in your hair dyes or your toners, because most of the toners that you find in Sally's or online are going to have ammonia in them, and the ones that don't, I found, just really didn't do anything. So I found that this is a way that actually really does tone down your hair, and it is by just using a Demi permanent hair color. I personally love the Wella Demi permanents. I feel like they make your hair nice and strong and also add a bit of sheen and shine as well. I do want to try the Ion color as well, but I probably will try the Ion Demi permanent as a toner at some point in the future too. So if you'd like to see a video on that, just let me know in the comments below and be happy to share that with you. If this video was helpful to you, give it a thumbs up, and I hope you'll consider subscribing if you'd like to see more videos like this. I do a lot of videos on homemaking, cleaning, organization, as well as beauty and some fashion hauls as well. Those are some things I love, and if you do too, then please consider subscribing. Alright, well, I will see you really soon in my next video, and until then, I hope you're doing great. Bye!